everybody. Thanks for joining me. This stream is going to be a discussion of what's currently happening in terms of what Foodie Beauty is saying versus Nader versus Roman and whatnot. If you want to come up on the panel, well, just give me a message, and that is possible because currently we don't got anybody right now. So you know what? Let me do this. I think maybe this will be one of maybe a few times that I do it this way, but I'll open it up to anybody and everybody to come on the panel. Lori Head, hope you are all safe and well. Yes, Lori, I'm okay. Hopefully you're okay as well. I'm gonna put the invite link on. All right, here we go. It's in the chat. Come up and talk. Specific to the situation currently happening with Chantel, Nader, Raymond, and Didi. Not Raymond, Roman. Why do I get those vowels mixed up? Hey, Gemini. Hi, everybody. Val loves J. Misunderstood. Charlie Lima Hotel. Lisa C. Openly Avoidant. Gugu. Mary Macri. Ree McLaughlin. Callie, Debbie, Mo, Magulator, Charlotte, Mashapan, welcome. We got Mo, Terry K, Lee Pepper, Out of the Attic, welcome. Janelle, Tudor Times, Forever, Salty, Miss Lola, Runs in Circles, Bestie, Carm, Pamela C, Sassy, Cherry Steel Girl, Terry K, Shelly Ray, Pamela C, Mashapan, Colleen with a K, Kiki, Buddy Ghoul, Arrowen, Desiree, Pieces, Little Brony Collection, Doot, Tip Top, Melty, Starbright, and everybody else. Thanks for joining me. We got a small group, but this is always okay. It's always a small group on the second channel. Say let's do more. Hi there. In a tizzy, cauliflower, amber chick. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just gonna chit chat for now. Callie, there's always gonna be a next time. La Krista, how are you doing? How are you doing? Welcome, everybody. Hi there, Just Jill. How are you? I've been told a lot of people are not really liking what Roman is doing in this small niche and community. He's going from channel to channel, and a lot of people are starting to not want him coming into my chat. So maybe the next time I do a live stream on the main channel, we can do a vote whether or not you want him to be in or be part of the discussion, or I should remove him completely. So we will definitely be doing that. Hey, AR, KT Detroit, welcome. How are you doing? I did send out the invite link, so if you want to come up, I'll put it in the chat once again. Hey, DG, how are you doing? Lori Head says he's a mess. I would remove him. He gone get banned. Mary I think it's creepy. Really? Okay. Well, let's watch a clip. I got sent a clip of what had previously happened. So maybe if I can put that up, we can watch this for a little bit, I guess. This is what happened, well, I guess earlier this morning. I've been hearing that he's been deleting or clipping out all of this stuff. I'm not sure how correct that is, but that's what I've been told. Anyways, give me a second here. I gotta figure something out. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Okay, that's all right. I just had to make sure that the screen doesn't collapse. So let me share my screen and see what this is about, because I'm still behind. There's just way too much information from anybody and everybody about this whole thing. Hey, Google. So somebody sent this to me. So let's see. Instead of staying in the drawer,
I'll be back, guys.
Okay. So then he muted. All right.
Instead of staying in the drawer, people actually need it. I'll be back, guys.
Oh, and you hear the voice of somebody else. Okay. All right. Good to know. All right, we got cauliflower here and Kiki. So let me add you. Hey, cauliflower, you're on.
Hey Monty, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad.
All right, that's good. So, what did you want to talk about? What voice your concerns?
Okay, well, my concern actually, in the last 24 hours, it seems like this seems to roll into a completely different atmosphere. I mean, we already have Nader selling Chantel stuff. We have Chantel saying, "I'm never going to talk about him again," and then within 24 hours, she's talking about him again. And then Roman. The Roman arc, I think, is bigger than we all think it is. I don't think he's to be trusted whatsoever. I think this is just
Yeah.
I think it's a ploy for him to get subscriptions off of Chantel.
Mm-hmm.
I think Chantel is also waving or dangling. Something happened between the two of them too.
Okay. Yeah.
And last night or early this morning, because I caught it later on today, I heard, some people up on his panel talking about that she admitted she made out with him. I don't know where that was, but
Okay.
there's the fact that he even comes into your chat. I have a huge like red flag about that. Because
Okay.
how would he know to come into anybody's live streams? He would have had to have followed this up until the point. There is something there's a big chunk of information I feel that's not being told here. How would he know to go to so many different live with about Chantel, and now he's watching Nader's lives?
Yeah.
And
Kali, could
yeah,
you
go ahead.
you have us playing in the background there.
Oh
Do you
yeah.
mind?
Let me lower that.
Yeah, because we can hear it.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna also add Kiki to the mix. You're right. Foodie just said that they made out in her live, and he was in my live when I was reviewing hers. And he said that that's a lie and that he had a girlfriend. But lots of people are telling me that he's been saying that he's single. So how come he has a girlfriend now if he's been single and saying that he's single? So it's very suspicious. Hey Kiki, you're here.
Hi, Cauliflower. Hi,
Hey.
Monty.
Hello.
Cauliflower and I have talked before. I agree with almost everything she says. At first, it was funny that this look-alike Nader came on the scene, but he's creepy. I thought he was creepy from the beginning. He's homophobic. He's transphobic. It's time to drop somebody out of the Chantal verse. And I think we should just ignore him. Everybody should just ignore him.
Okay, I see.
What do
All
you
right.
think?
Well, I think there's a lot of suspicious things happening and whatnot. He will not answer certain questions. Like I've asked him about certain types of things, even in my own chat, which I think if you're gonna come in my room and then, say this and say that, then at least answer some questions. Be honest at least. But yeah, he's very suspicious to me, and he did say originally that they met at Adonis. I did review the live stream where he said that, and it's even on.
Oh, he said it, not just Chantel.
Yeah, Chantel said it and he said it, so they were both
Oh,
saying it. So then all of a sudden it changed to Instagram.
I
So
heard
whatever,
Facebook, Monty.
or Facebook, sure, on
Yeah,
somewhere
well,
online.
it
Yeah,
could be all. I mean, like, see, they can't even get the story straight. I mean,
yeah.
what I'm saying is, who is this guy? She brought him on to cook and make Nader jealous. What do you think, Collie?
Kiki, I'm listening to you and you're saying everything that I definitely agree with.
We usually agree.
Right. He also said that he started his channel in what, 2013?
But no
Yeah,
videos.
he made his account in 2013, but he never had a video until 4 days ago when he
Right.
started posting the shorts, and then he just blew up overnight. Then he has all these subs,
Oh yeah,
He
now
started,
he's monetized.
yeah, now he's live streaming, and that's what he's been doing now. Um,
Monty, invite him up on your panel. Talk to him. Like tonight, he could come right here and talk to you.
okay. All right, I'll consider it because there's a lot of things that need to be addressed. I'm not
Yeah.
sure how Nader, how he's gonna react tonight. He's probably gonna showcase more outfits because Foodie Beauty is once again talking about him. He knows she has poor impulse control.
Look, I like a panty show as well as anybody else, but it's getting old at this point.
Hey Dax. Yeah, it is, but it's just over. It's how many pieces of clothing was Foodie Beauty having at his place? I thought it was maybe a few outfits, but it seems like it's a whole suitcase full of stuff.
She
She
moved
has
in.
upstairs. Yeah, literally.
Well, she had said at one point that she was supposed to, like a way, way, way back when she still had hair, she was talking about that he was alluding to her moving in.
Mm-hmm.
And she always, no matter how many trips she took over there, she always took stuff with her. Like that last torrid haul she had, she took half that stuff over there, except for the
Yeah.
lingerie.
Because it's there.
Right.
Yeah.
And this isn't over. Nader and her aren't over. It's not over.
I don't think so either. I think as soon as she's able to go back over there, she will. But I just think she's not gonna go over there when Dee Dee's there. But how is March gonna look like?
But
I
I have a question for you, Monty. I know you keep saying that you think that she'll go back over there. What if Dee Dee makes it impossible for her to go back over there?
I think that's what's happening right now until
Well,
he moves.
Monty, I think you were right on point. She's getting, Dee Dee looks tireder and tireder. She's either not sleeping or she's taking something. And I think she's deteriorating, just like you said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she can't be sleeping if she's staying up till 4:30 in the morning, live streaming with him and supposedly working during the day. Like, I'd love to know what her job. I know that she said what her job is, but I've never heard of a job that allows you this much vacation time, and I'm putting that in quotations, and to be able to access your job. If you're in social work, how are you able to access your job on a computer no matter where you are and not deal with people?
And what is this not sleeping? Like, if my husband said we're staying up, I'm like, screw you, I'm going to bed, I'm tired. I mean, I don't understand how someone can keep you awake if you don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
What do you tell me? Don't just say Monty, give me something.
Well, what else could I add to that statement? I'm agreeing with you. It's just I wonder why Dee Dee would place herself in this situation,
Exactly.
especially for 2+ weeks now.
Her
you,
and
yeah, and you also cauliflower. You said that does social work. I heard she was in transportation.
Oh, see, for me, I hear it. I hear different, but I had no idea. I'm reading that too in the comments that she said she works for a trucking company. And again, another suspect situation. So if she's working for a trucking company, is that why she's still staying there until Nader is, supposedly moving in another week or so, whatever it is?
I think
okay,
the
I've
game
heard
plan
both.
is to move him into her place at the end of the month, and still, but it's gonna be tiring because she now has 2 jobs. Well, actually, more like 3, because she has to do her work, then she has to do his work by reading the chat in the middle of the night, and she has her job in daytime hours, and then she has bills to pay because he's gonna start racking up grocery bills trying to do this cooking channel, which is gonna fail the further away he gets from Foodie Beauty. So how is that? What kind of strain is or stress is that gonna put on herself and her finances?
But it's another woman that can leave. She has her own place. She has a job. She has her own life. It's yet another person that could leave if she wanted to. And how do you have a truck? Hello, Dee Dee, and whatever his name is. Why do you own a trucking company and not have a car? Again, it's so strange.
Mm-hmm.
My thing
Yeah.
is what really, outside of the fact that they cook at night, he takes her upstairs, they sit on his bed, he does some crappy origami or some kind of card trick. This is what this woman is spending her time with.
Yeah. It doesn't. It don't make no
It
sense.
is
No,
the
some of it
biggest
doesn't make
waste of
sense.
your day. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
I
Exactly.
I
Uh,
I
yeah.
can't even make half of the live streams that are happening because I have a life, and I usually have my Bluetooth earphones in and I'm doing my job as I'm not my job, but my life as I'm going. And today people were in and out of my house and I was just, catching this and that. I'm so far behind and it's only been the weekend.
Yeah. Exactly. You miss a day. You miss a lot.
I have a question, Monty. So, what did you think about what Roman said about transgender?
I actually haven't even caught up, so somebody has to give me like a heads up on like what's going
Oh,
on.
it was the worst answer of all time.
So what was he saying?
He said transgender is wrong. It is not natural. It's only fun between a woman and a man,
And right.
and it's unnatural.
Oh, he said that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Didn't
how
he,
was his
Cully?
tone? Was his tone like arrogant
Like
or
he
Matter of
had
fact,
he had like like a Cheshire grin on his face. And when he said, men and women can't have fun that way, I'm like, boy, either you're playing really dumb or you really have no idea. It sounds as ignorant as sometimes Chantel can sound about things.
and when Danny said, "Is this a religious thing?" he said no.
oh,
Right.
so I guess he doesn't. Okay, so wow. So he has very strong views on certain things.
I mean, it's okay to have your opinion, but dude, you just nailed your last nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
I
If
mean,
he's expecting to get any type of audience, he better reclaim the things that he's been saying, because they're first of all making him sound extremely ignorant, and two, if that is really your view, you need to get off YouTube. Seriously. It's getting to the point where people don't understand how they're also violating. This is another thing that's bothering me. Everyone violating the terms of service between Nader, Chantel, and now Roman. They're
yeah,
all doing it.
Yaba had a good point today. She said to say that you think it's that you don't like transgender is back in the day when white people would say, I don't like black people. Why? Because they're black. Not because they did anything wrong to you, not because they hurt you, just for the fact. I mean, hello, let's move into the 21st century. I mean, this is ridiculous. And Danny was trying to give him an out by saying, oh, are you Muslim? Is this a religious thing? No, no.
Yikes.
Right, Collie?
Well,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
He
yeah.
showed his true colors, I guess. In 4K is asking me where they are from in Canada. Is public transportation everywhere? I wouldn't say everywhere because they're in Ottawa. The system is decent in Ottawa, but in Gatineau it can be sparse depending on where you live. Also in Ottawa it can be sparse because if I live in areas like Orleans and Canada, then it would be kind of hard for me to get to the rest of Ottawa. But then again, I say this when there's Uber and Lyft. So even with that, if you're willing to pay for a taxi or an Uber or Lyft, you can still get around. Then there's Barhaven, there's Stittsville, there's like Bridlewood. There's some enclosed communities in Ottawa that you kind of need a car for, even if I'm talking about places like Manotick and anything close to that, then yeah, you kind of need a car.
And um there were things that he refused to answer and sat smugly. And I felt like some of the things he wouldn't answer was less harmful than his other questions that he answered. Monty, get him on your show, put him up on panel, ask him the hard questions.
I don't think he's gonna answer because I was asking him questions yesterday and in my chat today he just kept on not answering. So we will do that vote and on my main channel the next time I'm live, and we'll see whether or not I have to ban him based on a yes or no question to the
Well,
community.
that's a hard question because I'd like him banned because, but I'd also like him to explain something. I don't know. I don't need an explanation from him. I really don't. Who is he?
For sure, Katie Droid. You're right. He
I
does
think
fit
I think when you
six.
have DLF in here, he's more apt to answering questions than Roman would be. At least DLF is what he is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
We have Sandy here. Sandy, you want to come up on the panel if
I'll
you
leave,
want
Monty.
to?
Thank you. Love you.
You don't need to leave. We can have up to 10
Oh,
people.
okay.
So let me see. I'm trying to find Sandy on my list here. Let me try. I'm gonna look at Twitter. What else is there? Well, like, what else is? I guess Foodie Beauty is still talking about Nader. Like, yikes, she's just not gonna stop, is she?
Well, that's how you know she's not done,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. She isn't, not done whatsoever.
Or, I mean, okay, either she's told us everything and there's nothing anymore, or she's still holding back. If she really wanted to go hard on Nader, isn't there something more?
She's holding back. Absolutely. She's waving that. She keeps saying this in her life. She said it a little while ago about, oh, do you want me to release this? Do you want me to release that? Even though she contradicted herself the other night by saying she's deleted all videos and all messages, then she turns around and says, well, I'll release it already.
Release it then. If you're done, release it.
Right, exactly. And it seems we had a oopsie because somebody was calling Alex. So I think Roman's real name is Alex.
I heard that. I didn't know
Yeah,
what that was about.
yeah. I guess that's his name. So
I
there
thought
you
it
go.
was referring to the girl. It's actually his name and not the girl.
Well, interesting. I wonder what people think.
I don't
Let
know.
me let
That's
me
how I took
rewatch it.
it.
Let me rewatch it. I think his name is Alex, but I could be wrong. Who knows? All right, Sandy, I sent you a link on Twitter for the panel. So if you want to come up anytime.
Carly,
Um,
I have Samoan's name in my head. What is his name? What?
when Samoans bite,
No, no, yeah. But what is the guy's name that's new in the Chanter Tall verse?
Roman?
Roman.
Roman.
I can't keep that name in my head, and all I think of is Samoans.
Oh, huh.
Oh gosh, Carly, is she in Hawaii right now?
Who?
Samoans.
Oh no, she came back.
Oh, okay.
She's actually back today.
Okay, cool. Well, a lot of people are saying a lot of names here. I couldn't honestly tell you what this man's real name is. He's keeping it a secret, and this is another aspect to it because he's using Roman as a last name and a first name. We've heard Alex, then we're hearing Tarek. Then on Facebook, he's going by another name that I'm seeing here. It's like you actually have no idea what name this man is really going by. So if you don't know nothing about him, but yet he wants to have a platform where he's asking people a lot of questions, but yet he doesn't want to answer
I
questions.
thought the farms doxed him,
Yeah, they did, but not. I don't think nobody really knows for sure what his name actually is.
so they didn't really do a dox then. Well, then that shows Monty. If then he knows what he's doing. If
Yeah,
if no one knows his true name and the farms can't find out, then he's smarter than he's letting on.
yeah, yeah. He's playing coy, especially with the whole single thing, and then all of a sudden, once he's been outed, oh, he's in a relationship now. All right,
Well, why lie about that? That's stupid.
exactly.
It's so dumb. I Oh my god, they lie. They all lie about the dumbest things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, it's infuriating. It's like when Chantel talks about Dee Dee, and believe me, I don't like her. Are you looking in a mirror, Chantel? Everything you're saying about Dee Dee was you, is you. It just makes me so mad. I'm shouting at my phone saying, "This is you." Why are
Do you guys think that Nader will react to Roman reacting to him?
Maybe in time, if it escalates.
But Monty, why does he care about Roman if he has Dee Dee?
I have no idea,
So
but
this is weird that they're neither one of them are done with each other.
Well, you have to realize too, Kiki, as much as he likes to do all of this poking and prodding of her, he knows he's got her on a very short leash. That if tomorrow Dee Dee walked out that door and he said, "I need this," she will supply it. No matter how
100%.
right, no matter how bad he'll talk about her, no matter how look at what this man has done to her in the past. Okay, there was the alleged physical abuse, there was the gonorrhea the first time around, there was the constant, covering up and saying she wasn't there when she was there, the constant "we're not together," all of that. And she went back time and time again. So he knows this is what a narcissist does. They know when they have their person, that prey that they love to take, and get whatever they can from them, and doesn't matter what kind they leave behind, what kind of end point. He doesn't care how much he drains out of her. He knows he knows he can say anything, no matter what. She will find a way
She will be back.
She will be back. Yeah.
100%.
exactly.
Monty, can you explain this strep B vaginosis? I don't understand what she has.
She says she has two things: the strep B, and then she has a BV, which is bacterial vaginosis.
And can you explain how one gets these things?
Just being not clean.
That's what I thought, but she said it didn't have anything to do with that.
It is being unclean. That's it.
Okay, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, like if you're douching or not using condoms or having new or multiple sex partners, it can upset the normal balance.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
Yeah, vaginal bacteria. So with that, you can get BV, or you're just not a clean person, so you are getting BV.
Yeah.
And then we got the strep B that she's getting, which is, okay, sure. And even with the strep B thing, I'm not even sure if she has it or not, because I really can't believe her unless she provides proof.
I agree with you because, all right, so my daughter went through strep over and over and over until they take her tonsils out. We had to go through 3 or 4 times of it. In the meantime, because every time her dose of antibiotics would run out, she'd get it again. She got foot disease, scarlatina. She ended up very, very sick until they finally took her tonsils out. So strep is nothing to mess around with. It's serious. It's serious. And with all the health problems that she has, you would think she'd take it more serious. The day that she said I'm going to go home and get some snacks. I'm going to get my pillow and blanket. I'm going to sit in the parking lot for a half hour. No, if you were really sick with strep, when my daughter was really sick, I had to carry her into the hospital.
What kind of strep did she have?
Strep throat.
Okay, I see.
And it just kept getting worse and worse because the antibiotics weren't working, but I couldn't get approved for the surgery. They don't want to take tonsils out anymore. So they tried to fix it with antibiotics, and she went 3 rounds with it. As soon as the antibiotics would run out, she would get tonsillitis again, and it would turn in, strep throat. And anyone that has kids have probably gone through this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in America, so I don't know how it is in Canada, but.
Yeah, see, I'm reading what the chat is saying. First off, I wasn't the one asking about vaginal issues. I'm familiar with that. The thing is with her is that she's going to continuously get these kinds of things. whether it's viral, whether it's bacterial, whether it's through contact, because she's unfortunately an unkept woman and doesn't seem to care about that. See, Foodie's problems are Foodie's. Bottom
Yeah.
line, it's all
Everything.
her. Everything from soup to nuts. It's from everything from her hair loss, her lack of, keeping her weight stable, or God forbid, at a healthy place. Any sickness that she's had, even when she thought she had COVID, and she's sitting there laughing about it.
Oh my God, going to the stores now.
Right.
I was so mad at her about that. And I thought she could not recover. And just when I think she can't recover, she does. Monty.
Yeah.
How does somebody who okay, so maybe she had the flu, I don't know. But why are you not going home with these symptoms? Oh my gosh.
Well, Sid Knight just said it. She loves the attention. She does.
Yeah, exactly. It's
4,000
mostly an
views she
attention
gets.
thing.
4,000 views she gets after she's been running around wherever she lives with what everyone thought at the time. Look, and you can't tell. Okay, she did not prove to me she didn't have COVID. That's all I have to say. She didn't prove to me that she didn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
I think she proved somebody didn't have it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are saying that is probably Pete's thing, because why would she take the picture in his room? If you remember that situation, when she proved that she had the results, it was a picture and it was in Pete's room.
And
So,
even her weight, okay, you can prove it. Yaba has a video of Chantel 10 months ago in a cat mom t-shirt. She does a weigh-in, 376. The same shirt that she went into the ER in, she said she was 336. Now, if she was 40 pounds lighter, or 40, yeah, that's 40, right?
mhm.
That shirt fit the same. It didn't look looser. I mean, you can catch her in her own lies for something that dumb.
Yeah.
Well, she also doesn't understand that just because the scale says, 40 pounds lighter, that doesn't necessarily mean 40 pounds of fat lighter. Your body goes through things on a daily basis. So you're always going to be some sort of a different weight once you hit the scale. She could be losing water. She says she hadn't eaten in 2 days, or, stress will do that, hormones will do that. So it can fluctuate, or it can, go down, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's her true weight either.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
She's messing with the scale.
Yeah, I do think that as well. However she's doing it, I think she's tearing the scale. That is just my opinion, though.
That's
And
my opinion too, because I have to watch my weight because I have hypothyroidism. So, and I have half a thyroid. So I have to watch my weight. And I can fluctuate a pound or two from day to day based on what I eat. But 30 pounds? Who does that? Who can? Well, you're right, Monty. That time that you was really worried because if she lost that much, she was in the throes of diabetes. I do remember you saying that.
yeah, that she's got to be careful, because rapid weight loss is never healthy, no matter how you do it. Because people will say, "Hey, I'm controlling it," but you can't just lose 16 pounds in like a day or two without somebody being worried, because it's too rapid.
I would be really worried if I dropped that kind of weight overnight. And she's thrilled about it.
Yeah.
Now that you brought the diabetes up, that's another thing Roman annoyed me with. Now he's giving people medical advice in his
What?
chat. Yeah. He was telling people that they can cure their diabetes. It was some kind of an oil he was talking about. Did you catch that, Kiki?
No.
Yeah, towards the end of his live, there were, and this is another thing, there were people in there that are actually asking him how much of this said thing that he was going on about, and he's like, just take as much as you can. I'm like,
Oh my God.
what are you telling people?
Oh, some kind of black oil is what.
Yeah, right, La Crystal.
Black seed oil. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have family members that lost limbs due to diabetes. It is a serious thing. And you need to go to your doctor and not take some dude off the internet.
Yeah, I do not dole out medical advice. I might give an opinion, but I always say at the end of the day, you need to seek a medical health professional rather than just listening to somebody online.
Exactly, Carla. That is against TOS. How dangerous. First of all, you're not a channel. First of all, whatever your channel is supposed to be, whether it's cooking or not, you're not a medical or a dietitian or any of those things. So to say, and he announced it, it wasn't like somebody asked him. He's like, oh, do you want to know how you can cure diabetes and black seed oil and cinnamon and this? And people are asking him like, well, how? Like, how much of it?
Oh my gosh.
You know, just in other words, just take it whenever you feel like it, is basically what he was saying.
I see.
It's so dangerous. It's so dangerous.
There are none, DG.
And Monty, you have to stop telling us to Google these things. They end up in our Google search, and then we get recommendations for things. You just have to tell us the definitions.
Sometimes it depends, but UC seems to be having words of the day these days, so it's always not safe for work whenever she gives us her terms or words.
You're like, just Google it. And I'm like, no, Monty, I cannot Google this.
Mm-hmm. I will say that black seed oil does have some effects, such as for treatment of asthma. It's still ongoing, maybe aids in weight loss efforts, and help lower blood sugar and cholesterol levels. But I wouldn't say it's a cure-all, and I wouldn't just willy-nilly say to people to take it, because then there's legal ramifications for that.
And to take as much as you can tolerate. What does
Yeah.
that? I mean,
right.
There were people that were extremely upset in that chat. There was one woman describing the fact, just like, I've had it for 23 years and there's no way you can't do this without insulin. So don't tell people these things.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. It's a good thing to take to your physician and say, hey, I heard about this oil.
Oh, sure.
And discuss it with your physician, but
not saying to a chat room full of people, take this, it will cure your diabetes. Sounds just as ignorant as Chantel going, I cured my diabetes.
Yeah, very true.
There is nobody in her life that's trustworthy. Nobody. If she brings a friend up, be suspicious. I mean, this guy, I didn't like him. Everyone liked him in the beginning. I didn't think you should have, well, it was funny, but but then Charlie Gold entertained him, and Yaba will not entertain him. She's like, don't come here. But I think if he's ignored, his viewer count will go down and he'll be done. 15 minutes of fame.
All right, let me check out his social blade. I do think he had more subs before. I think, 20 people so far left today because of, I guess, his words. It might be dropping sooner.
Is the farm still down?
No, the farms are up.
So how is he surviving the farms after what he just said the last 24 hours?
They don't find him a person of interest.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Is Dee on the farms? I stay away from the farms. I don't do Twitter. I don't do the farms. I stay away from all that.
Yeah. And Dee was in his chat. Can someone explain why?
Because Nader sent her over there. And why is Nader bothered? Okay. They're not done with each other, everybody. And she just said it today. She went on a blocking spree. She blocked everybody and she said, "You're replaceable. You see, I just got 3 more. I block 3, I get 3." She said it today. Everyone is expendable.
That's how she sees it, and I think she's being very realistic in terms of that. That's literally how she sees people,
Well, yeah,
replaceable,
it's
because
true.
she has
It's
a high turnover rate with people.
it's
People
true,
come and
but
go all the time.
if you support her and think she's your friend, you're wrong.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
that cared for her is in Danny's chat.
yeah. I've
Almost all
noticed
of
in.
them.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we got Sandy in the back. Let me put her up on the panel. All right, Sandy, you're here.
Hi guys,
Hey, Sandy.
how's everybody doing tonight?
All right.
Good.
So are we discussing, I know Foodie Beauty, of course, but this conspiracy crazy stuff that's going on with Roman?
Do tell.
I don't even know what to think about that. Why does she keep bringing these guys on? And I know he had a platform before, but why keep bringing these guys on like that?
Exactly. Why?
What's the
It's
conspiracy, Sandy?
I think, honestly, that if she keeps bringing these guys on to just kind of throw out there that, hey, I can get guys, look at me.
Oh gosh.
Like the attention aspect of it is just too much for her to resist, apparently.
It's so stupid.
I mean, I keep my relationship stuff offline. I have a very healthy relationship with my husband. He has been on my other channel a few times as an expert in his field, but I would never just bring him on and just throw him in front of the camera and say, "Okay, look at me, look at my life."
No,
I don't
she
know how
didn't do
she does it.
she didn't do that, Sandy. He's too savvy. He had everything. Monty just said that no one knows his real name. A name was he's too savvy. He knew what he's getting into. This wasn't
mhm.
someone he met it. She met at Adonis and that he's a newbie and a greenie. He knows this is all a setup. Look,
You
if
think?
anyone believes that this guy's green, you're stupid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think this has been planned. Hey,
Yeah,
Clark.
I mean that would make more sense,
If
Mm-hmm.
if
honestly.
if if he was green, the farms would have him blasted everywhere.
Oh, are the farms not even paying him any attention?
Well, they're not, but apparently this Alex that's been thrown out there may not be his name.
Ah, interesting. So
Mm-hmm.
what happened with the transphobic
Okay, you can take it,
comment?
Collie. I'm so upset about that.
So, Sandy, last night in Roman's live, he made some ignorant comment about that he doesn't believe that transgender people are. He basically said that men and women can't have fun that way, and that's not the natural way. Is basically what he was saying. Yeah. To the most ignorant degree you can explain somebody who's that transphobic.
Unnatural.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be. It's not a religious thing. It's the way he feels. So
And not
anyone that
because of religious reasons either.
Wow.
again, I think everyone
Again,
has the right to their own opinion.
right,
But
but why bring it to social media? I mean, if
exactly.
that's your opinion, great. I mean, I have opinions on lots of things, but I'm not going to isolate myself or people that know me or channels that I'm either a mod or a member on and throw my opinions out there and make people think poorly of me or poorly of the people that I associate with. I mean, I don't know. That's weird territory for me.
I don't think that you should isolate a sect of people because you find it unnatural.
Yes.
We have to all try to, maybe it's unnatural to you. Sit down and educate yourself. I would call
Right.
this ignorance. Okay, sit down and have a conversation and try to educate yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly with that.
But not soon after that comment was made that Pete's was brought up. See, I think it had something to do with that because he made a comment about how, oh, Pete's, yeah, when I look at Pete's, I think of somebody from Lord of the Rings, but he's not met Pete's yet.
Okay,
What does that
I
mean,
don't
Lord of the
like
Rings?
Pete
That's what
at
he said.
all.
He said Pete's reminded him of somebody from Lord of the Rings.
What does that even mean? I don't
I
get it.
don't know.
I don't either. I don't get that
Yeah,
either.
like what does that even mean? I mean, okay, look, most of us have our opinions about Pete's.
I hate him.
I will die on that hill with you. I don't like the way that he speaks to people when he gets angry with his audience. He talks a lot like she does to his audience when she, when he's angry. And I don't like some of the things he says is just purely idiotic. How do you release SA offenders into the public? We talked about this on the last panel. That is not a choice. That is a preference. And most of the things he says is just idiotic. He sounds very uneducated when he is talking about things that he has strong feelings about.
It's like Monty
Mhm.
said. He has opinions and they're the only opinions. And, this, I would love to go in his chat someday and just type per capita. Because that was the dumbest rant he ever had. The
Yeah,
Mhm.
whole per capita thing.
Yeah.
And then
yeah,
I don't know. You can get him going. Look, Pete has issues. He reminds me of Chris Chan. I'll lay off of
yeah,
him, but I just won't watch him. If somebody has him on covering his streams, I jump off because I can't take him
yeah.
because
Uh,
I do think he has severe autism. He reminds me of Chris Chan and some of the things he says. And that's why the farms laid off of Chris because they realized how sick he was.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I do think that Pete's is on the spectrum. I have a family member that's on the spectrum. Um, and he says and does things that would lead me to believe that's true. Um, Nader last night with Chantel's clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys? I can't even. I mean, we were joking around about going over there and making bids and stuff in the chat, but
He's not going to send those. Monty, you said you bid on something. You ain't never going to see it.
oh my God, you're never gonna get it.
But I
And
would
Oh
love it
Lord.
if he did.
you know what that'll open up for you, Monty, if you actually get this item from Natter, you know what this is going to open up. He'll get a kick out of it.
Monty,
You think so?
Monty, Monty, please, please send a self-addressed stamped envelope for your item.
Yeah,
Right.
he was telling people last night that they could bid on the items, but they had to pay the shipping. So
I see. Well. I don't know about all of that, but yeah, I think he's still gonna continue with that sort of stuff as long as it's views. But a lot of people are saying it's gonna get old after a
It
while.
is old.
It's
It's
old
old
now.
already.
it's already old. All of these antics that he is pulling is just for views, in my opinion, excuse me. And as soon as he runs out of things of hers to either sell, give away, auction, or stories to tell about her or lies, his channel's going to tank.
He's holding back too, though. I mean, he has more to say. He has more to say. And
Yeah,
he's going with the clothes. He could go, come on. There's things he could say. Either they both have each other uh
over the barrel.
something,
Yeah,
or they I don't understand it, but he could go in way deeper, and she could too, and they're holding back. And instead of getting into what we want to know, they're holding up underwear. I mean, it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
And there's
Uh,
Dee Dee sitting there laughing hysterically.
Wow.
That
laughing
Okay. Okay,
hysterically.
cauliflower, come on.
mhm,
Come on now. The
that
first time I
I
was rolling. Come on. It may not be fun to admit, but the first time, Coley, come on, I was rolling.
okay, so for me, and I'm one of these people that I put humor in everything. So of course it is, if you really think about this, if your friend told you that, they knew people like this and they showed you, you'd probably be hysterical because that has nothing to do with your real life. So the fact that it's not in my real life, yes, it is funny. But when you really look at it, it's a tragedy because these people keep saying they don't want to be together. Meantime, this man, if you hate this woman so much, you've got such verbiage, such venom when you talk about her. Why are you holding on to her possessions then?
Hmm.
Why?
Well,
Just
I
burn them at
agree.
this
No.
point.
I didn't think. Okay, I didn't think the whole thing about her being big was what was so funny. I thought it was the mannerisms. He had her mannerisms down to a T. Her getting on the bed, her shaking her arm, dancing. I mean, I didn't. I, it didn't matter to me whether she was big or small. I just thought he had her laugh, her mannerisms, everything down. I didn't see it as being any less funny than what Cheyenne does or what barbecue chicken does. I thought it was funny the first time. Now it's stupid.
Well, it's funny when Cheyenne does it because that's parody. He's talking about somebody excuse me, Nader, if you think those actions are funny, why don't you act out your sexual, entourage with her if you think that's so funny? See, that's my whole thing. I'm like, you're
Hmm.
laughing. Meantime, your parts were in that woman. So go laugh at yourself too,
Yeah,
sir.
but
So
Cully,
true.
you're
That's
more
the
mad than
thing.
Chantel is.
Whether
That's
it's
the thing. Both of these people have slept with each other
right.
throughout this whole
Yes.
ordeal, and now all of a sudden they're nasty, smelly,
Yes.
Mhm.
gross,
He's got
fat.
a green
Hmm.
bean and she's got a fist. I mean, it's ridiculous
Yeah,
because they
Yeah.
were bedded down together.
yeah.
Yeah, I
And
mean, if
and the
my
money thing
ex-boyfriend
too.
did that to me, believe me, he would be blocked. I would go to the police and say, I need a restraining order. He is slandering my name, whatever. But are they doing that? Are either one of them doing that? Cauliflower, you're more mad than Chantel.
I
There's
don't think she's
something wrong.
ever going to do that. I think she wants to leave the door open just in case.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
yeah. That's
both of
that's
them.
the YouTube mentality though. You don't want to put to bed the thing that's actually making more revenue for your channel. Let's call a spade here. That goes for all of them. No one wants to
Yeah.
put to bed this whole thing because if that was the case, if this was so, stressful, and it is stressful, you can tell. I mean, I feel it when I'm listening to her, but at the same time, and that YouTube mentality, they also know that this is making more money and making more revenue and making more attention. So this enforces her habits, her weed habit, her food habit, whatever, her shopping, all the time, whatever it is, impulsive
Mhm.
shopping. And him, obviously, he still has his food, he still has his drugs, he still has the full closet of clothes that she provided, the iPad in his hand. I mean, the man is sitting pretty. And Dee Dee, well, she's invested in this now too, and so's Roman. So
Yeah.
everybody has some kind of like, they all put their little sticks in there. All right, because
Mhm.
they want their piece of this too.
I
So
mean,
true.
that you're not wrong. And to add even more to that, I think that what is going on with all the clothes over there? She basically was living there.
Mhm.
There's a lot of clothes, a lot of clothes.
And tell me how, Monty, wasn't she on the floor? Do you remember the live streams that were happening where it appeared to where he kicked her to be quiet? She was on the floor, hiding. I mean, it's
Had to be.
it's
Yeah.
She said
beyond.
she was.
Oh,
She
she
admitted
did.
she admitted that not that long ago. She
Oh,
said she was.
really?
Yeah. She's like, "Oh, he didn't kick
Wow.
me, but I was on the floor." It's like
I
Yeah.
didn't hear her say
when
that.
she goes on her tangents every now and again, in between her green outs when she's raging, she will give you pieces of information you didn't hear, so you got to pay attention. So she turned around and did say, "Oh, he didn't kick me, but I was right there. I was right next to him." Like, you set yourself up for that.
Hmm.
I didn't hear that.
I can confirm she said that she was sleeping on the floor. That was around the same
Wow.
time where she wanted her CPAP machine back, and she said again, the CPAP machine is right on the floor next to where I was sleeping.
Oh my God.
That was
Wow.
just before the whole cop situation with her having all that anger get to her head, and she drove over and wanted her CPAP and kept on knocking.
There's so much
Oh.
information. You can't keep it
You
all.
cannot, because even if I do, I remember those days I was doing, as soon as I finished my other work activities, I would start my live streams, and then it would go for about 12 to sometimes 14 hours straight, just maybe stopping here and there. But that's what they did day after day after day, fighting, fighting, fighting all day.
Well, that's
Yeah.
why I was giving you super chats, because you deserved every penny of it, Monty. Every penny of it.
All right, thank you. Hey, la la la. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Smash that like button.
So there's a question in the chat about the Maria person that Nader denied that was with, but now apparently she's a stalker. Is there some kind of validity to that?
Maria, and Ashley, and Jennifer. Who are
DG,
these?
excuse me. Yes, I don't get that. I do not understand how this woman is able to bring all of this drama, the partaking of substance, the crazy outrages, the crazy rages, the the scamming people out of their money. People will join, she'll get mad at them, blocks them. That's like fraud.
Yeah.
How does she still have a channel?
I don't know, because she's not big enough. I mean, Onision, I don't know if anyone here knows Onision, but people tried to get him taken down for years, and they finally did on something really stupid, but it wasn't on what he was really doing, like grooming and taking young girls off the internet and bringing them home. That's what Onision was doing for
Yeah.
years.
I just watched a documentary on that the other day. I didn't even know who that was.
There's a lot of people that don't know who he is because he's gone now, but it was a real bad thing for a while.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there was offline involvement with that too. It wasn't just what was going on online.
Um,
There was some expose on him, and that didn't work. It does take a lot to really get a channel taken down, but there have been channels that have been taken down, even for less than that. I mean,
Yeah.
Onision, unfortunately, I don't know how he got away with it for all the years he did, but he did. The problem with YouTube now is if you're not that big, or if you're not gaining in all the revenue, they don't really pay attention. That's why Natter's getting a pass right now. Because for me, that channel would have been gone from the get. But
Chantal has said some things that should have gotten her taken down.
oh, sure. But
Oh,
look at
yeah.
okay, and I'm coming from my YouTube stance here because I'm also a YouTuber. But look at James Charles, look at Shane Dawson, look at
exactly.
David Dobrik. They're all
Exactly.
they got punished for a little while. They got put in YouTube jail, but essentially they make money for YouTube. Okay, so
Yeah,
they're
but that
not.
happened 15 years ago too.
No,
I mean,
it's yes in Shane's case, but David's was recently.
yeah, I don't know who he is, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
That Shane Dawson was living in an era. Look, I didn't like his content. Look, I don't like Richard Pryor's content. I don't think that's funny, just on a human level. I don't like that kind of content. I'm a Christian and I believe everybody deserves to be treated with kindness. So I don't like making fun of a certain group of people and calling them out or calling them bad names. I don't like that kind of humor. But it was done in the 80s and 90s. And now you take it back and you deplatform somebody that doesn't have the same stance that they had 15 years ago. But Chantel will make fun of Dee Dee, calling her, she's all but calling her a trans woman. Am I not right?
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, you are definitely right. I mean, the words haven't come out of her mouth, but the suggestions every day,
Every
every
day.
day, every day. And Dee Dee took it for a little while. So
I don't
I
care
don't,
about Dee Dee. I don't care any
yeah.
more about her than I do Roman. I thought Chantel was funny pre-Nader days. Okay.
Uh-huh.
There's a part of her that's hilarious.
Hmm.
But I frustrating still, but funny. Now there's nothing funny about her anymore. She's pathetic.
She has definitely taken a turn. I've only been watching her for a little over a year. Um, when I found her, like I said before, I was looking for support for EDs. Um, and she was funny. She would do things that, you didn't normally see people doing on social media platforms. And that was pretty funny. Um, and she kind of put herself out there. She was quirky.
Yeah.
She is not quirky anymore. She is just flat, pathetic, and abusive.
And Monty,
She,
you were right. The chomping was on purpose. The smacking and the eating is on purpose. It's
yep.
annoying.
Oh, yeah. Anything she can do to annoy the people in her chat or the people that react to her, she's going to do it.
Yeah, la la. It was Jeff Whitaker was his friend's name, but yeah, he did get exposed for the dirty dom thing. That's the David Dobrik I was talking about. But
I don't know who that is.
yeah, these are YouTubers. These are David Dobrik is a vlogger, and he does like pranks and things of that nature. And it got to the point where there was a person in his group. They named him Dirty Dom. That name should give you an indication right then and there.
Right.
But so there was a challenge that they were trying to get him to sleep with what were a bunch of underage drunk girls.
Oh my gosh.
And this was all supposed to be a skit now. This was all not supposed to be real. But what ended up happening is the girl got so drunk she passed out. And the assumption, because they play it off like, he just had something with her. But the end of it, because they're all stupid and vlog while this is going on, you see them all standing in the lobby while she's being walked out. She's drunk besides herself, and she's a young girl. Okay.
Oh,
And this is something that, if you guys are familiar with H3H3, it was something that Trisha Paytas and Ethan Klein mentioned. And they talked about it because Trisha at one point was in the vlog squad too. So they talked about this and it blew up. And all of a sudden, David was canceled, if you want to call it that.
Well, good. I mean, I raise girls, so that's my biggest nightmare,
Yeah. And she is a petulant child.
Great Grebo. If they demonetize her, if YouTube demonetizes her, she will not stay on YouTube. She has already said that if she didn't get paid for this, there's no way she would stay.
Oh, what I do? I don't do this for free. Are you stupid? That's what she said. She was like, no, I wouldn't do that for free.
I guess she could go to Twitch or Patreon.
Yeah, she wouldn't last a second there. She wouldn't last a second there. She wouldn't know what to do. She wouldn't know what to do, Monty. She needs this is like YouTube is the platform, like a little reality show. She wouldn't know what to do on those other platforms.
Okay. And did she not say, if I'm not at Nader's, I'm live?
Yeah, she did.
Yes. So just remember that, everybody. If she's not live and you don't know where she's at, that's where she's at. If Dee Dee leaves and she's not live, she is there. Bank on it, everyone.
And that OnlyFans, give it another month. That'll tank too.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
she,
that's going to go down the drain so fast. She can't get the filters on her phone to work when she's on there. And she doesn't want to go live because she doesn't have her filters. So,
Yeah.
again, I don't. Okay, I know these people are willingly giving their money to her for these platforms. And technically, it's probably not fraud. But why do they keep joining our channel and her OF?
I
They
don't
know she's not
understand.
going to do any content.
There are plenty of channels that snipe, and I don't understand. And I'm so thankful because I won't give her a view. I will not give her a view. And so if no one is sniping, then I have to wait for the reaction because I will not give her a view.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah.
there's plenty of them that do that now. So, but she still draws in thousands. I mean, every live stream, like tonight, what did we learn? Nothing. It was so boring today, and yesterday was boring. What did we learn? Nothing. It's where the chat's at. I mean, if you're not in a chat that you enjoy, it's boring.
Yeah, she will live stream for hours and throw in a little tidbit of information or slip up and say something, and then she'll dirty delete it. And so you've got to hope and pray if you don't have it, somebody else has it for the reaction channel.
And what's this? Oh, Dee Dee, I'm scared for you. I'll drive you back home if you need it. And then what was tonight? Well, I mean, okay, 2 days ago, she was willing to drive her all the way home because she's scared for her. And tonight, she starts trashing her again.
She wants her gone.
I didn't understand any of
it was
that.
manipulation. Don't you know that? It was a mode of manipulation. She played off this. I was spending hours with Nader's, exes, and I don't know where. I guess it was up on the farms. That long story that was written out there. But she apparently spoke to two of his exes, and another one gonna go on some expose and go live with them. This again, you know why? To keep your VIBs intrigued, so they keep paying, so they keep watching, because every time she goes live, and the same goes for Nader, every time they go live, everyone that signs in, that sits there and puts a comment, that's a view, that's a view, that's a view, that's a view. So, and the more that they sit there and talk about drama, now you got super chat. So you're building up your paycheck here.
But Monty, if you are making a living, listen, if you're making a living as a locale, you have to keep lowering the bar? How low is this bar going to go?
It can go anywhere.
No idea. It can get really low, but I still think there's a chance for her to change things up, because making a living as a lolcow has an expiry date. I've never seen
you would think
lolcow go on and on and on and on.
But she's gotten away with okay, Nader beat me up. Okay, paper clips, everybody. Okay, I'm back. I love him. He's a good guy. I have COVID. I'm walking around Ottawa. I don't know, that's where she was. I'm walking around Ottawa. I have gonorrhea. I mean, where in the world can she go?
I have all these health problems. I won't take my cats to the vet. I'm, and this started out because it was her birthday. She was feeling lonely. She was single. She was feeling sorry for herself. And people were telling her, well, rent an escort. She's like, yeah. But for a while, I thought that's what he was. I thought that he was just an escort.
Roman?
No. Nader. I thought he was an escort.
He's an ugly escort.
And then when I saw when they did the magic, the magic trick, I was like, okay, well, he's not an escort. So there was that philosophy.
I can't remember where I saw it, but they were debunking his magic tricks, and it was hilarious. But I can't remember what channel it was because there's so many of them now. But Monty, you know you're one of my favorites. I had to pick and choose the ones that I like because you can't watch them all. Heck, you can't watch her. I mean,
Yeah.
I wake up this morning at 9:00. I watch my 90-Day Fiancé. And then I look at what happened on YouTube, and holy heck, I couldn't believe it. Hours. What was there? 12 hours between him and Nader, Chantel, and Roman?
Yeah, it's too much.
I don't know how you
But
keep
hey,
up, Monty. I don't know how you
know.
keep up.
I know. Like the poor guy never sleeps or something.
All
'cause-
I've
oh my
seen
gosh.
is what people have put together because there's no way I'm going back through all that.
yeah, just to learn watch like maybe like a minute worth of information.
Well,
Exactly.
and the sad thing is that there are other lolcows out there, but who are you going to react to? Like her, you can't react to Danielle McAllister because she will report you or strike your channel. Or Amber is so boring, you fall asleep 2 minutes after turning her on.
Yeah, and Shanny and
Um,
Rev are just
yeah,
annoying as
oh
F.
yeah, yeah.
Really? Is that what Danielle McAllister does? I didn't.
Oh yeah.
know.
She is awful. You cannot react to her. She has said, I'll find the video for you, Monty, and I'll send you the link, where she was telling a story about it was like a year ago. Excuse me. She was talking about there was another channel that was reacting to her, talking about her shopping in a thrift store because she goes in and shops for different materials and stuff. She makes outfits or clothes or something. She has a business. And anyway, they were making comments about her shopping in a thrift store, and she struck the channel for using her content.
Oh, okay. But then
And
I guess you could dispute it though.
Yeah, and that's I didn't know enough then to like kind of follow, and go to that channel and see if they did anything or if they did. I didn't know how YouTube even worked back then, but I thought, oh well, I could watch her and see where her channel, what it's all about. No, as soon as I heard her say, I think the body positive movement is for obese women only. Can't use skinny, itches. Let us have just this one thing. I was out. I was like, nope. Everybody should be able to feel good about their body, no matter what size body they're in. It's not only for one specific group of women or one specific person. What are you doing trying to take over a body positive movement?
well,
What's wrong with
honestly,
you?
that's why I was interested in watching Chantel because I thought because I have a lot of friends that are bigger women
Mhm.
that I think are beautiful. I thought she was too. And I
Mhm.
thought, here's a woman that's embracing her size.
Mhm.
And I thought she does makeup good. I like the way she does her makeup.
Mhm.
She just, I mean, now it's not funny anymore. It's just, it's not funny anymore. It just
Yeah.
isn't. And if you could look up in Webster Dictionary the definition of Karen, it's Chantel. I mean, I do not understand how she gets away with, oh, you had to go to, what's that grocery store, Monty?
Adonis.
Donna,
No, the one that they
Farm
had to
boy,
tiger,
other one.
tiger stripes or
Tiger.
something.
giant tiger.
Giant
They-
tiger. There you
They
go.
had to go there and shop because they didn't have her money to shop at Adonis.
But I think that's a lie though. I don't think they're actually doing that. Or are they? And if they are
It
doing
doesn't
that, why
matter.
does it matter?
It's a matter of
Yeah.
her saying.
She said it as a derogatory comment about Dee Dee's money.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Them not being
or
able to afford to
it's
shop.
constantly saying you're
Mhm.
poor because you live in a trailer. You're trailer
Mhm.
trash. Sorry, Chantel. I have friends that live in trailers that are better people than you. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, oh, I don't shop at the Goodwill. Well, sorry, Chantel. I have friends that have to, and they're better people than you. It
Right.
it makes me so angry when she does
Mhm.
things like that.
Yeah.
You also
She's
have to.
infuriating when she talks about her money or she talks about the luxury villa or like, you know what? This is gonna all of this, the money, the villa. She owns nothing, guys, nothing. The woman doesn't even own her car. And this YouTube run that she has right now is going to eventually end. And
Yeah.
she, just like what she said about Nader, is it going to have a pot to piss in when this is all over? She's going to have nothing. She saves nothing. She owns nothing. She has no plans for the future. She lives by the seat of her pants with the clothes on her back.
Does anyone
Period.
know if she donated Annie P's birthday money to cancer?
No.
I don't
Um,
think it happened.
she did a
I don't think
post
it happened.
that many months ago, and she gave like a reference code. But as far as I know, I didn't look into it, and I don't think anybody else looked into
So
it, so I have
why
no
even
idea.
say it? It just, you don't have to say it.
It's
Just
the same thing that she does with the cats. She wants to shut people up. She'll tell everybody, "Yes, I'm taking BBJ to the vet
Mhm.
next week," and
Mhm.
it won't happen. She has to. This is all about me, 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 me. Pay attention to me. Stop worrying about the cat. Stop worrying
that's
about Pete's. Stop worrying about, anybody else. She's got to constantly have that attention. There's so many issues. I hate to
Mhm.
say this because I know Monty says don't put mental illness because we can't diagnose, but there are so many common mental illnesses that she's associated with that if this woman doesn't get a therapist soon, I don't know what's going to happen to
she
her.
asked tonight, do you guys think that I'll find my one and only? And I thought, no, not until you do some really deep self awareness, some hard therapy. No, it's never going to
Mhm.
happen. You are going to draw these men that will use you. And quite frankly, I think that's
Yep.
what she likes.
The fact that she jumped from Nader without even missing a beat to trying to find somebody to make him jealous of without saying, I learned my lesson. I need to work on myself. I need to give myself some time. I need to work with my therapist. I need to do things that's going to better myself, better my life. No, she didn't even miss a beat. She jumped from one relationship and tried to jump into another. And it's all boys. I'm boy crazy. I want to date. I want to find a relationship. I want a guy. I want a guy to worship me. And she is not going to find another BB. BB dodged a bullet and he's the one that got away. She will never do better than BB. Ever.
She
Ever.
doesn't want to, Sandy. I got news for you. She doesn't want to.
You don't think
Be,
so?
no, I think she got treated well, as well as Pete's could have, and as well as BB could have to their capability. She
Mhm.
cheated on both of them. Think of what that means, okay? Because she keeps saying this
Yeah.
like it's some kind of thing to be
Funny.
proud of. Oh,
She cheated
I
on Pete?
she cheated on both of them. She says,
Yeah,
"Oh, they
she
both."
did.
But look at what Nader doesn't. I have this is a best friend, and that is a best friend. That's nothing to be proud of. So basically, what you're saying is you're more attracted to the ones that treat you like absolute shit, and that will
Mhm.
take you and drag you for all that you are. But the ones
Mhm.
that treated you well, and it's common. It is common in the kind of state of mind she's in that
Mhm.
she'll go for the ones that treat her like shit because it makes her feel alive. Isn't that horrible?
She would.
I can't
I
believe she.
think she would allow Nader to have a girlfriend, not Dee Dee, but somebody else
Mhm.
in that relationship. And if he
Mhm.
said, this is the only way that you're going to be in my life and I'll keep you, is that you have to put up with this, she would do it.
Oh yeah, I 100%. I believe that 100%. Mhm.
Earlier, Monty, did you hear when she was saying in her live when she was raging again about I want somebody to go out there and say they want to say that I'm the most beautiful, blah blah blah. I'm looking at her, ma'am. What?
I actually think she can't. I mean, if you just when she gets dressed up and she does her makeup and she puts on a well-fitting wig, I don't think she's bad looking. Honestly, I'm
She's
sorry, I don't.
not.
But
She's not an
it
ugly
is
woman.
not her looks. It is not. It is
Yep.
Yeah.
who she is that makes her
hmm
so ugly.
hmm
It's
Batty Gould, I know. I had a problem with that too. She's over there throwing Dee Dee under the bus for how she is with Nader. Chantel was a million times worse. Like, what are you talking about, woman?
and
Yeah.
here's the other thing. When she was with Nader, did she let us know? Okay, yeah, every once in a while she'd slip up, but she acted like everything was fine too. I mean, we don't know what Dee Dee is really tolerating and what she's putting up with. We don't.
Right.
Mm,
I mean,
Yeah,
when
that's true.
Chantel was talking about him, he was the greatest. He was a chef. He was what,
hmm
a magician.
Soccer player,
He was a professional soccer
dancer,
player.
chef. Yeah.
He was great. I mean,
hmm
she sits over there and says, how does Dee Dee put up with him for 2 weeks? Darling, you were living there. You were all but living there. I couldn't stand him for more than 2 days. No, you were living there.
So, what do you guys think was up with the wanting to buy the cabin? Do you think that they were going to buy a place together and move in together? Or do
Yeah.
you guys think that they were not? Because he
She said
said
her
they were
credit
only in a
couldn't do it.
relationship for a week. She said they were in a relationship the whole time.
She said that they looked into the cabin and her credit couldn't support it. Do you remember that, Collie?
I remember the credit thing, which kind of confused me because she's always talking about how much money she makes. I
She
think it
might
fell
have.
through. It probably fell through. She probably had to clean that up. I bet you I wouldn't be surprised if she put some kind of deposit down that nobody knew about.
Yeah.
She was going to do it. That was around the
Wow.
Jakar ring or whatever that ring is. And why
Wow.
doesn't he sell that? That's the other thing. If you're done, Nader, sell it all. Give it to Goodwill.
Yeah.
Pack it up and take it to Goodwill.
I
Or,
thought they said
or
I thought Didi was taking that ring.
yeah,
Why?
I think, isn't Dee Dee
Why?
taking the ring?
Okay. I don't understand the whole are they engaged? Are they not engaged? Are they friends? I don't understand. Oh well,
Uh,
why would she take that ring? Tell me, women, would you take a ring that someone had bought for themselves? It's so stupid. It's beyond.
I think she's doing it to piss Chantel off
Mhm.
because she knows how much Chantel wanted that ring, how much she bragged about that ring, and now it's in Dee Dee's possession, and she's going to do everything she can to, look what I have, look what I have. They're all going to play this as much as they can for the attention and the money they can get out of it. And I will go to my grave believing what my husband has said, that Chantel has some kind of group B cluster traits that we won't go so far as to say which one he thinks she has, but she definitely has attention seeking behaviors, and she is definitely one of those diagnoses in that genre of mental health.
Well, I
Yeah.
think
I
she's
will.
I think she's as sly as a fox. If you look at what's happened in the last 10 months, she's gotten Nader in her life. Now we
Mhm.
have Dee Dee in her life. Now we have Roman in her life. I mean, she is setting up a community. It's a
True.
community. And she'll keep bringing
Yeah.
people in under her name. And she just keeps laughing all the way to the bank. She is
Mhm.
making a community.
I mean, yeah, she is. And one of the other things I didn't understand was she was it yesterday? She When she starts her live streams, her VIBs, of course, they go in there. What is up with the numbers? I mean, she's got like 90,000 subscribers, but only will have at most a few thousand people watching her at a time when she goes live.
And 10 talking. I mean, there's only
Yeah,
10 that are actually in there chatting. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
if you look at the names, it's the same people are chatting over and over. I know Monty has more people that, I mean, I silently watch Monty a lot of times and don't. It's hard. Monty's getting so big now. You
I
can hardly say
know.
get a shout out from him. Good for you, Monty. I hope you get to
Thanks.
90,000, honestly.
I do too. He is a wonderful person. He's helped me a lot in my quest on YouTube. So
Someone
he's
that's
a good
doing it
person.
right is Monty. I
Yeah,
mean, he gives back. He works hard.
he
He
does.
watches his words. You know, when you can tell somebody who they are, not when they can filter their words, but when they're mad and they can't, and they're not filtering that words. That's when the
Yeah,
words come out and who they really are. And she
yeah,
has said the R word. She has said
yeah.
camel. I cannot believe. She has said so many
Hmm.
inappropriate things when she's either
Hmm.
greened out on our rant that you can tell who she really is. That's who she really is. Those words are not in my
Yep,
vernacular. They're not.
Yeah.
I've
yep,
never said
yep.
them.
She's caught herself a couple of times too
Oh
here
yeah,
lately when she went to say the R word and then
yep,
caught herself.
she sure
Hmm.
did. She sure did twice.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
I've never said that. I've said, "Oh, you're stupid," but maybe I shouldn't say that. But I've never called somebody the R word, never, or the N word, or the F word. Those are not in my vernacular. I just have never thought about dissing somebody by saying you F it. I mean,
Hmm.
yeah,
what? Why is that? It's not something that I've ever said. I've said MF, but I've never said or the C word. I for a woman to call another woman a C. Ah, I can't stand it when men do it. But for another woman to call a woman a C, I'm sorry. I know that the UK looks at it differently, but I can't stand that word. And I will punch you if you say that to me.
yeah. So man, she really went off on Dee Dee verbally, and I respected the fact that Dee Dee put up with that for a while before she said anything about anything. Chantel kept going after her and going after her and going. I was like, you know what? One of these days, Dee Dee's gonna snap.
Yeah,
And
I don't
Mm,
begrudge Dee Dee
Yeah.
for laughing or saying anything back. I don't think it does her any good, but I mean, I don't like I said, I don't really care about Dee Dee. I don't.
I disagree. See, here's my angle with her,
I
and
know.
you guys can tell me I'm wrong. Um, but she was a fan of Chantel's for 2 years.
No, she wasn't.
She was in her chats.
She was.
Yeah.
She
And
was.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then all of a sudden now she's friends with Nader for all of these years.
Well,
And
I thought that was a lie. So
uh,
you can validate that Dee Dee was in Chantal's chat because I
yeah,
didn't know
oh,
her,
she
so I
was
don't
a
know.
fan?
she was a fan of Foodie Beauties for 2 years. She was in her
Wow.
chats.
Yeah. I heard that as well.
Yeah. And I
Wow.
don't, there were times, if you guys remember, a couple of, not even that long ago, I think it was around Christmas time when Dee Dee was in her chat and she's like, right, Dee Dee, we're fine. There's nothing going on. You guys are not, having sex or anything like that, right, Dee Dee? Like she was talking to her like that was her bestie. I'm like, what
Hmm.
the hell is going on here?
I I
This
I knew that she had said she had. I thought that was a lie. So, but I didn't know her back then. So yeah, okay. So you're
If you
right.
guys go back to some of Ask Damn It Dan, Ask Danny, she was somebody that was in her I don't know if she was a VIB, but she definitely was a fan of hers for 2
No,
years.
she was a VIB if she was chatting because
Right.
at Christmas time it was only members, right? I mean, she never did anything else. It was always members only. So if you weren't a VIB, then you couldn't talk to her.
Because when they first revealed her, when Nader had her there, and you didn't see her, and all you see is her eating the olives. Because I was on FFGs at that point, and everybody was hysterical because they're like, "Is that Debbie?" Because I think she put her name Debbie Dee or something like that. But it was like, "Is that the Debbie that was in Chantal's
I
chat?"
didn't see that. Yeah, I don't know any of
So
that.
that's what I'm saying. Like, so every time this woman is there, I'm sorry, Chantel, at least we know what she is. I don't know what this woman is, and it's making me angrier.
Yeah, I agree. Just like
Because
we don't know who
she
Roman is.
enables that man to do what he's doing. She sits there and, well, Chantel says this about me. Yeah, but just sitting there laughing about the way he's talking about another woman. Doesn't matter what she is. Okay. Yeah, she's
Okay,
yelling
but
at you about being there because any woman who's involved with a man, whether it's a relationship in their head or not, is going to have that kind of jealous mentality.
but the reason
What is
why I
she
don't
doing
care
there?
about Dee Dee is she doesn't have a channel. She's not a YouTuber. She's just a pathetic side piece. I don't care about Dee Dee. I could care less what Chantel puts up with. Quite frankly, is is what's infuriating because she has a channel and she's monetized. If
Mhm.
you take away the super chats and just the AdSense and the VIPs memberships, she's banking. That's what makes
Oh
me more
yeah,
mad than Dee
easy.
just sitting there snickering and laughing. Who cares? She's not making no money off of that.
What drives me absolutely insane to no end is the misinformation she spreads about
Yes.
mental health and health issues. It
Yes.
drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All the time. It is infuriating to say my cats don't need to go to the vet unless they're sick. Well, look at BBJ. She has patches of fur.
Mm-hmm.
There's something wrong with this cat. Chantal
Mm-hmm.
doesn't want to take her to the vet because she's scared of what the vet is going to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because
I
she'd be
agree with that.
responsible. She'd be
She'd be
responsible.
responsible at that point. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And stop feeding that cat for the ever loving time every time I see her take out the treats. How horrible that is
Meatballs
for her.
and ice cream. Stop it,
Yeah.
Chantel.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Or the
And
drinking out of the Starbucks water cup and going, oh, BBJ likes ice water.
it's falling off the banister and thinking it's funny. It's not funny. That cat's
No,
19
it's not
years
funny.
old. It's not funny. And oh, but you don't have to take your cats to the vet unless there's something wrong. Well, okay, I guess that goes along with kids, right? You don't have to take your kids to the doctor unless there's something wrong. There's what's that called?
Wellness checks.
Wellness checks. Yeah, you
Mhm.
gotta take them in. And
Yeah,
she doesn't want to know what
my
the vet
cat's
is going to
been
say.
my cat's been in the hospital for a week today. She's been in there for a whole week. She will continue to be in there until Wednesday, possibly even after that. She was not feeling well. She threw up a couple of times. It was like midnight the first time we went. They ran a bunch of blood work. They did an ultrasound to make sure that she didn't have a blockage. They gave her some pain medicine, made her comfortable. They sent her home. It was a different vet than the one we regularly used because they didn't have anybody on call when she got sick. The very next day, she was into her regular vet. They looked at her. They looked at her blood work. They were like, this may be a one-off. Don't know what's going on. Brought her home. She didn't get any better for a day and a half. I took her back. We hospitalized her, and that's where she's been since. And I'm not bringing her home until she's better. Was she sick? Yes. But my cats see the vet when they're not sick.
Yeah,
I mean, they're
exactly.
supposed to. And Martha is the cutest name for a cat, I gotta say. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
I love
thanks.
that name.
Yeah, they both kept their names.
But she survives things like this that no one else has survived. I mean, I thought the whole cat thing was going to do her in, and it didn't. I don't get it. It's so infuriating.
I don't know. It's like the whole crowd of VIPs is brainwashed by her. Like she's like a cult leader. I hate to say it, but it's how I feel about her. I don't know what charisma or power she has over that group of people, but she does. They follow her like she's their leader, and people will send her super chats. They're like, I love the way you live your life. You live it so free.
Yeah, I saw
No,
that today.
she lives it without responsibility, is what she
Yeah.
does.
I think the same way about Nader's people. What the hell are you sitting there watching?
It's another
Yep,
love
him
hot
too.
box there too. I mean,
Him
it's the
too.
same.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand how, even if you don't believe everything Chantel said, I do think there was one incident with the cheek. If everybody remembers her bruise on her cheek, I think that did happen. I think there was an incident there. I don't know about the rest of them, okay? But I do
Yeah.
think there was at least one incident. And for women to flock to him after they know that that happened, and she gave no explanation for that.
His past speaks for itself. He's already stabbed 2 women. What would stop him from flicking a cigarette at her or hitting her? And she always talks about that one really bad fight. All this other stuff she keeps adding on to it now, I think is bullshit.
Yeah.
But the one really bad fight, I do believe that happened.
Yeah.
I think this guy is bad news. I think she brought him in here, gave him a platform, knowing how he was, who he was, what he had done. And I don't think for a second that when Frenchie told her that he had stabbed 2 people that Chantel didn't already know.
Oh,
She
yeah.
knew about
Yeah.
his past before Frenchie even said anything.
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry, but I think she knew.
And I think he was, when she was going back to him and going back to him, I think, honestly, he was saying, oh no, I love you. I want you here. Da, 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 da. That's why she went back. Honestly, I do. I think he
That's what
played both
Monty
sides.
said, that he was love bombing her, and I believe it every step of the way.
But she's
Right.
the dumb one that,
To manipulate to get what he wants. But what's the case with Dee Dee then? I see this is what confuses me, because is Dee Dee being kept? Do we really believe
No.
that? Okay.
He's going to move in with her. I guarantee it.
What do you think, Monty?
I think, yeah, she's gonna move in with her, but I'm not sure how long it's gonna last.
Yep.
Cialis
Yep.
is expensive. If you look at the street price of Cialis, because now she's a legend that he's on Cialis and he's on speed. Like, it can cost you $10 for non-branded Cialis or Viagra, up
Mhm.
to $90 for the branded kind. So that's super expensive for one pill.
Well,
Mhm.
if you go to the White Underbelly, there's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
He talks about meth and the sex drive that happens while using meth. And it's an insatiable sex drive that meth users, I mean, it's a great, if you want to go and get a good education on Skid Row, and he does a great job. I would
What's his
recommend.
name?
What is it, Monty?
Soft white underbelly.
Soft White Underbelly. All right, I'll go check that out.
Oh, he has a terrific channel.
Yeah, it's a really good channel, over 1,000 videos.
Write this down here really quick.
Lots of like real life stuff happening there.
Real life Skid. I mean, he talks to him. He sits down and they're honest with him. And if you want to find out what life is really like there, watch him. He's great.
Is it spelled the way that it sounds, or is it like different spelling?
Spelled the way it sounds, soft and white, then underbelly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's talked to gang members, prostitutes, drug addicts. He does interviews with them.
I think that Nader is going to move in with Dee Dee, and I think it's not going to work. And I think Nader's going to call Chantel to come rescue him.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Now you do. Wow, that'd be fun.
Yeah, well, I think that's what's going to happen.
Didn't she plan her supposed now road trip again? She said she was leaving around.
Gonna happen.
Well, wait a minute. She said she's going to leave around March 3rd. See, again, the timing. You're going to leave around the weekend. Nader says he's going to leave to go to Montreal.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Nader did say something about her not leaving until March. I remember that. And I thought, wow, that's a long time. So, but I don't think she's planning on going to Jamaica, to going to the United States, or traveling. First of all, she cannot walk up and down the stairs.
Yeah.
I don't see her traveling. That wears a person out, just traveling. Now that you have the mask mandates, it's hard to breathe. You have to wear them the whole time on the um, flight and in the
Mhm.
airports. She would not be able to withstand it. She's not going to
Yeah,
do that, even if
I
you have
agree
the
with that.
money.
She drove for 8 hours to do a collab.
I was surprised at that, honestly.
I did not think she was gonna go. I thought she was gonna cancel on Carly. I
I
really
was
did.
surprised she did it. Initially, I believed her that she had planned all along Nader was going to go with her.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how that ended up not happening, and then, which doesn't surprise me that that didn't happen, but that she still went through with it, I was shocked.
Didn't they have a fight or something?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. There was a
Yeah, but
fight
then she
either the
still
night before
went.
or the morning off.
And we still
Yeah.
don't know what that was about either, right?
No,
Monty?
we
Yeah, she
don't.
never said. She
No,
never said what it was about. She just said that they had a disagreement. Is that how she put it? Or
Yeah.
yeah.
whatever. I mean, well, but then she still went. So I was shocked that she drove 8 hours by herself. I was shocked that she stayed in a hotel by herself. I was shocked that she did the collab because I thought, oh, there's going to be some excuse that she doesn't do the collab. It was boring as F. I don't think it
Cringy
helped.
as F.
Huh?
It was cringy as F.
It was awkward.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like.
It was not something that I would have paid money for an OF account to see.
Yeah.
I thought the guy looked very awkward. I thought Chantel looked awkward.
A deer caught in the headlights.
Mm-hmm.
She's not
Yeah.
good at collabs. This Sandy and Ange have tried to do a collab with her. It's always
Mhm.
tanked. She tried to do a
Mhm.
collab with Negs, tanked. I mean, it's just ridiculous. People, stop asking her to collab with you. It's not going to do you any good.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think I had thought all along that Carly did herself a disservice by doing that collaboration with her.
I guess they got some blowback from it too because they had.
Oh
to-
yeah, they did. People, I was in her chat day before yesterday. It showed up as a suggested in my, and I, because they were eating Wendy's and talking about Chantel. I was like, all right, they're finally going to throw her under the bus. They were trying to make excuses as to why they got up and left early and why things turned out the way they did. First of all, oh my God, how strong are those filters on Chantel's phone? Because I could see every imperfection of that couple's skin. I don't know Carly and the guy. I've never seen them before any of this, but when they were with Chantel, it looked like both of them had perfect skin, perfect eyebrows, perfect everything. When I was watching
Carly
them,
said it herself that she looked like a cartoon character.
yes,
Remember that?
yes. Oh my God. But anyway, the people in the chat after that live was done were just tearing them apart. They were like, tell me you, Carly had said something to the tune of, Chantel is a nice person. She doesn't smell. We really enjoyed hanging out with her. One of the very first comments under that stream was, tell me you've not watched a Chantel video without telling me you've not ever watched a Chantel video. I mean, they were just tearing them apart in the comment section on there.
I had
People
never
were
heard of her
mad.
and Steele before that.
Me
I
either.
didn't know who she was. And then I thought, well, you know what? She's somebody that I might have watched if I would have known about her before Chantel. But
Yeah.
it doesn't take you. Okay, did they reach out to Chantel to do the collab? I think they reached out to
I would
Chantel.
think so.
Well, Carly Steele was showing up at her lives, right, Monty?
Yeah, like Carly has been frequenting her live streams for a while now.
So if you know Chantel and this is why I didn't start watching Carly. If you know her and you still ask for a collab, you get what you get. I mean, I don't know why they thought that would help them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then why wouldn't Amber Lynn collab with
I don't know,
Chantal?
because she's smarter than that. They're friends. Why they're friends? Why don't they collab together?
I think they're friends of convenience more
Mm.
than friends of friends. I think that little group tries to stick together and have each other's backs when they feel attacked by the reaction community. But I think individually they know better. Like
Yeah.
people know to stay away from Chantel if they don't want their brand ruined.
Mm-hmm.
There's a documentary, or someone did a documentary on Amber Lynn, that when she breaks up with their exes, they can't talk about what happened in their relationship, right? I
Yeah.
don't think so. I don't think Amber Lynn is stupid. I think she's smart, and I don't think I think, yes, I think it's convenient to say I support Chantel, but I don't think she's willing to take the leap of collabing with her like Nick Avocado. Why wouldn't he collab with her?
We have non-disclosure agreements for the channels that I work for and write for on YouTube. We have non-disclosure agreements there. So that's
Yeah, but
probably
they're
what
not
she
your
has been signing.
girlfriend.
Yeah, no. I do think that's a little weird. You know, it is a little weird.
That
I look at poor Becky now eating out of whipped cream bowls.
poor
Hmm.
Becky. I mean, come on now.
Poor
There's
Becky.
somebody that I feel sorry for. I know. Look. If you want my opinion on Becky, she did that GoFundMe and was ill-informed of what. I mean, I don't think that was a scam. I think that was ignorance. I don't know. Don't do GoFundMe's, people. Stay away from them. I'm waiting for Chantel to do one. You know, she
A
mentioned that, didn't
GoFundMe.
she? She just mentioned that about 3 days ago, that she wanted to start a GoFundMe to do something. I thought, that's it. Do it.
Oh, what was it for? It was for an RV.
A GoFundMe for an RV. I would love that. Let's do that, Chantel. Start a GoFundMe for an RV. Let's get her an RV.
Yeah, don't say that, because her VIPs would probably put it over for her.
I know they'll do it. Don't tempt them.
Oh,
She'll
come
take
on.
the money and spend it on drugs.
It would be fun, her driving that over curbs. It'd be fun to watch her park that in an RV camp and have to go to a shower that everybody else uses. Come on, that's content.
Can you imagine seeing her driving down the road in an RV with her camera pointed on her and her big ass sunglasses?
Going through drive-through because she won't get out of the car. Come on, that's content.
See, but that's the entertain. You know, it's sad. That's the entertaining part of her. That's the part of her that I find funny, is when she's just out in public.
I would watch that.
I would watch it. I would watch. I mean, it would be hilarious. It would be entertaining. It would be something more than just her live streams with her constant, incessant bitching about Nader. It would be something different.
Yeah, it would be funny.
I like Monty, you should have a poll. How much longer do you think this is going to go on?
Yeah.
What's going to go on? Exactly?
Like the whole saga, just like
the Nader saga.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Yeah, I'd have to do a poll, but like beats me.
Well, if something doesn't happen soon, okay, they're both losing viewers, but I mean, everyone's getting tired of her bitching, of him pulling up the clothes. If something doesn't happen soon, it could fizzle out. So something's going to happen soon, right? We know that.
Yeah, I think so. Something's going to happen soon. It's just.
Do you think that either one of them will ever file a protective order on the other? And if you do, which one would do it first?
I don't think he knows how to do anything, to be quite honest with you.
Because he's got a record.
Yeah.
So it would be her, but she's not going to do it. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Foodie be the first one to do it. Not
anybody.
but
Yeah.
it's not going to happen. They both need each other for different reasons. And
Mhm.
honestly, would I would even watch Nader in the RV with her. That'd be funny too.
I find it funny how Mr. Roman didn't come over this evening.
Is he blocked, Monty?
No, but I guess he got outed, or he had to say right away that he has a girlfriend now, rather than trying to act single because he got outed.
I
Mr.
don't
Alex,
okay,
aka Roman,
can
over
you
there.
explain to me why it matters if he has a girlfriend or not? I don't understand. They didn't Chantel and him both say we're just friends. Why does he have to hide the fact that he has a girlfriend?
Because it was being again used as a possibility that this could be a relationship. Her chat was thrilled when she went to his house and had him on the live. They were thrilled.
She structured this very meticulously.
Mhm.
She found this guy, she branded him, and she was starting to build him just like she did Nader. This was a possible relationship, started as a friendship. Nader started as a one night stand, remember? And Chantel slipped when she was mad at Nader and said, I've already slept with someone else, and he was great. And then it was her VIPs were like, "What? You haven't even been to the clinic yet. What are you doing out here?" So then it forced her to have to go to the clinic.
Yeah.
So then the clinic
Uh,
thing, yeah, it was a disaster after that. It was like a snowball rolling downhill. But she branded this guy.
okay,
She wanted
Chantel,
them to think that this was going to be a relationship.
Mhm.
Monty, are there homeless in Canada?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
Everywhere,
Chantel,
anywhere.
go to where the homeless are. Find you a dark man. Bring him home. Take him a shower, and feed him. Boom! You got Nader.
If only it was that easy. You gotta be careful of who you mess with or who you lay with,
But she's
as you
not.
might as you might come home one day and all your stuff is sold. You find it at the local pawn shops all over
Right?
Ottawa.
He
Where's
already pawned her TV, and now he's trying to sell her clothes. I mean,
Oh
what's
my
really the
God.
difference here?
Monty, how much does a CPAP go at the pawn store?
I had no idea. I still need to call.
I'm gonna call one here and see if they even care. I don't know. The pawn shops around here are really weird about what they carry. I
I
don't
don't
think they
think
carry
in the
medical
days of
stuff.
COVID, I don't think a pawn shop would take
Yeah, I
anything
don't think
infected.
they would.
Hmm.
I really don't. Ours
Who
carries pew-pews and fishing gear and uh, a small select section of jewelry, and they've even stopped really taking that. I don't pawn stuff, but occasionally I go in looking at for jewelry.
There's
So
too much going on to even pay attention to what Yabi used to when she said, look, you can see her passing out. She was in the car, and there are moments where her breathing was so bad, she was slipping out of consciousness. But because there's so much going on now, no one's paying attention to that. She's already, hasn't she not admitting to her lungs collapsing because of her weight? I mean, she's scary.
mhm, mhm.
Oh, but
And
Kiki, she got a clean bill of health the other day. Come on now.
You
she,
guys love that. Wasn't that one for the book?
Right?
I was like, oh, are you really,
I
really?
didn't even understand all that because she goes in for what? What did she go in for?
A hernia, a possible umbilical hernia.
That's right. And she stays in and she does all this stalling, which I jumped off. So what I know of that night is whatever a reaction channels covered. I jumped off.
Mhm.
Then she had a clean bill of health. Is there any? Well, look, my daughter works in the ER. If you present with one thing, that's the only thing that they.
Yep, yep. They're not, and they're an emergent care facility. They are for acute illnesses only if you've got a chronic illness. That's why there are primary care physicians and nurse practitioners. That's what they're there for. If
Mm-hmm.
you have an acute problem, yes, go to
Yeah,
an urgent care facility,
right.
go to an ER by all means. If you've broken a limb, you've severed something, or you're having a heart attack, or your
Ruptured
diabetes is
appendix.
acting up, or
Yep.
yes, but if you have a chronic care issue, do not clog
They're
the
not going to
emergency
take care of you
system
for that.
with your crap. Exactly. They're not
In the
going
days
to.
of COVID, the ER's even more stricter.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
they if you present with stomach pain, they are going to take care of the stomach pain. If you have
Yep.
anything else, they're not going to work you up for that. They don't have the time for it now. So at least that's how it works where my daughter works. So
I mean, if you go in with something as generalized as I have a stomach ache, they will run blood, they will do
yeah,
CBC, they'll do a chem panel, they will see what that's all about. Do you have appendicitis? Do you have gallstones? Do you need surgery, or are you okay? If they see something in there that could be acute, then they will treat you for it there. If it's chronic, they're going to send you on and tell you you need to follow up with your primary care
but she
physician.
said she had an x-ray.
Yeah, she
Does
had an X-ray, but she was supposed to go in for a CT original.
Exactly.
But that see,
Exactly.
so
They are
that
not
doesn't
one and the
even make
same.
sense. It
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. Can you find I don't know the answer to this. Can
An
you find
umbilical hernia with an x-ray? No. Sometimes you can see the bulge in an x-ray, but they do sonograms for a purpose. That way you can see where the hernia is, and you can see if it's obstructive, you can see if there's an obstruction, and you can actually tell in there if the person needs surgery or not, which a lot of the times people that have hernias do need surgery to get them corrected.
Mm-hmm.
okay,
I
so
did not understand that.
lies. If
Exactly.
she did
Lies.
not go to the ER, I don't think, because she walks
I
out with
don't
an
think she
x-ray.
did. No, I think she went and sat outside that ER in the parking lot. She gave it just enough time for her to have had a visit. And then she streamed from that parking lot thinking, oh, well, they'll think that I just went in and I got this clean bill of health now and everything is roses. And we're just going to put these rose colored sunglasses on and go traipsing around the world on a trip now. Yay me.
Yes, yeah. I mean, okay, Chantel, if you want me to tell you why your stomach hurt, how about all that stuff you're eating? I mean, I have no doubt that her stomach hurt that night because
Wait. Didn't she have her gallbladder taken out?
she says so.
Yeah.
Then that's why she's sick. You're not supposed to eat a bunch of fatty foods and not have a gallbladder.
But didn't she eat spicy stuff the night before? I mean,
Yeah,
I can't
there you
remember
go.
what she ate, but I was thinking, well, my stomach would hurt too. Take some
She was over there
Pepto-Bismol.
yesterday eating Taco Bell.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, what's
She ate Taco Bell.
confusing
And then she
is,
came home and made something.
yeah, but see, the whole thing about pretending, because that's some pretty long pretending, sitting there for 6 hours, and then she's got a hospital, the wristband, she's got
Yeah.
the prescriptions.
I think she keeps those in her car after she uses them. I think she scripts all of this shit down to she's got it down
I
to a
think so
science,
too.
guys.
Yeah, I do too. I don't believe that she would go in presenting for an umbilical hernia and they do an
Nope,
x-ray.
nope,
Yeah, don't
nope.
make sense.
It doesn't
And
make
I don't
sense.
think she went to that clinic and did a self swab either. Girl,
Oh,
do you think we are effing stupid? No. A lot of us have either worked in the medical field or work in the medical field. You do not get handed a swab in
yeah,
any
you do.
clinic,
Yes, you
anywhere
do.
to test yourself.
In the days of COVID, you absolutely do. I did not think that.
Really.
Yes, because they don't want to now touch the vagina area because of COVID.
Okay, with COVID, I could see how that would be, but
I
it's still
do.
weird to me about cross-contamination and
Yeah. I thought that, but I do know that they do ask self-swabbing, but I think there's someone in there helping instruct them on how to do it right.
yeah, I just don't see I mean, I've been in for my yearly I had cervical cancer, and so I have to go in every year to have my stuff done. And it was same as before, as years before. It was same procedure. So I guess I never really thought about COVID
Yeah.
being a factor in that, but I guess I could see how that would be. Still,
Because
though,
in the States, you can pick up COVID tests in CVS. They have instructions in there. You swab your own nose and you put a solution on it, and it gives you a positive or a negative. I mean,
I
things have
do.
changed.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
have one of those test kits here at home. Now that, yes, but I don't know about the whole vag thing and swabbing for all that. I don't know.
I do know that has been starting a new practice now in the day of COVID. But if she went in and said, I've had the G before, right?
Mhm.
And she's been with the same man again. They're not, they don't want to ignore the issue, but they don't want to, so
Yeah.
Has she even been to a gynecologist, this woman, that she has all these venereal diseases and things of this nature? Has she ever
And
said,
you
I'm
would
going to a
think,
gynecologist?
and you would think that one of these clinics would tell her, hey, you need to see a specialist. You need to see a
they
gyno.
have.
Mhm.
How many times,
Yeah.
Bonnie, have we seen her set up doctor's appointments that she's just,
And then she just misses them.
yeah,
She does. And that infuriates me too. Do not call and make a doctor's appointment with a doctor's office and take that space away from somebody that actually is going to not only need it, but actually go to it when you know you're not going to. She does this all the time. She makes vet appointments she doesn't keep, doctor's
Yeah.
appointments she
Yeah.
doesn't keep. She will schedule things with people that she doesn't show up to, wig appointments, nail appointments,
Yeah, it's
spa
disgusting.
appointments. What are you doing?
Yeah, but don't say you're going to go to these things, or don't say my doctor said I have to go to the ER, and then worry about getting your friend fucking pretzels from a. I can't
it was
when that
shady.
happens.
It was shady. The whole night was shady.
Pretzels and the cat food. I'm like, this is not happening.
I've
Is this
got to pick,
happening?
I have to pick Pete's up. We have to go to the grocery store. Pete's, get me an apple and pretzels. Oh, you got me chocolate pretzels? Okay. I got to go home and get my blanket. I'm going to sit in the parking lot and talk to my chat for a half hour. It was all shady. If you hurt,
It is. I
if you
can.
hurt for 6 hours, and what did we see her do really? Laugh and then go, oh, don't make me laugh. It hurts. I mean, come on.
Oh, I'm hungry. Let me go get this oatmeal from Starbucks that I'm not going to eat because it's not a shred of sugar in it. But
And threw it away and
I
threw
threw it
the
away.
fruit away too. What a waste.
But let me eat
She is
those
always
chocolate
wasting
pretzels.
food.
Let me eat these chocolate pretzels because I haven't eaten
Yeah.
in 2 days.
Yeah.
Chocolate pretzels that didn't want to eat the oatmeal, which would have probably helped had it been
Mhm.
some kind of bowel issue, because oatmeal has fiber in it. And fiber, as we all know, is healthy for the bowel.
Mhm.
So it would have possibly helped, probably not probable, but it could have possibly helped her. Does she want help? No. She wants to eat unhealthy. She wants to have her STDs. She wants to have diabetes. And she wants to have unprotected, dirty dog sex. Good for you, lady. But don't come on here whining and crying and
Exactly.
complaining
That's what I
when
say.
you have
have
an
a right to
STD.
eat like crap. You have a right to,
Exactly.
but then don't cry
Exactly.
to your people and say, he's abused me. Oh, I have an umbilical hernia. She's using her chatters. It's, I
She
mean, they
treats them
care.
like they're her therapist, her
Yeah.
doctor,
They care.
her
There are 3 people that still really care. Marissa, Annie P. Oh, Vegas doll.
Annie P even checked out for a little while.
Yeah.
She's back, isn't she?
Yeah,
just
she
signed
is
up.
back. She is back. Yeah.
Did she get new cheese balls? Because I saw a picture on the farm. BBJ's head was in the container.
Monty's
No,
keeping
that was
track of
the
those cheese balls, y'all.
Monty. She's been carrying that same jar of cheese balls for the last 2 days because she took it with her in the bed, and then that's how BBJ's head got stuck in it, and then she was eating from it
What? Wait
uh,
a minute. Her
earlier
cat's
today.
head got stuck in the
In
cheese
yes,
ball?
in the cheese ball.
Yeah.
Oh my
jar.
God.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
I wish I was. I really do.
See, I can't sit and watch her 24 hours. I don't have time. I just miss all these little
Yeah,
things.
it's
I
too
had
I
much.
no
turn
idea her cat got its head stuck in.
I
Okay,
turn Monty
Monty,
on
you have a cat.
while I'm working, while I'll be writing either on the book or for the channel, and I'll just turn Monty on and I'll check in and say hi, try to interact a little bit, and then I get to writing. And sometimes I even tune it out, so I don't know what's going on a lot of the time. Either I'll hear something that'll cause my head to pop up, like sex with whatever. Like I hear one little brief like word that'll pass out, like what the hell are they talking about? No, the word of the day. That's the one that I like. I like this word of the day stuff you guys are doing. The
Oh,
Tuesday.
I do see. Yeah, he's doing it.
Well, if a cat is not using their litter box, if a cat is getting into your food, if a cat
Yeah,
I mean, they're not being taken care of. Everyone can see that, but
It's so
Chantel.
true.
It doesn't take a
it is
rocket
true.
scientist. My kids knew that at a very young age. I mean, I don't know who parented her, but and I don't think she's as dumb as she lets on. But it's pure laziness, if you ask
It
me.
is. It is. She suffers from terminal laziness,
Hmm.
But
and she's
the
killing
cats
her
are
channel with terminal disappointment.
the meowing is.
Yep,
I mean, it's it's so infuriating. It
it
is
is.
a cat getting their head stuck in a cheese ball container. They're hungry. They're trying to get to your food because there's nothing for
Hmm.
them.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Are you?
Callie, she did buy a bag of cat food. I saw it laying on her bedroom floor last night. However, that doesn't mean that she gives it to them. So, to answer your question, yes, she did buy the cat food. I don't think she's opened that bag yet. And to answer the other person's question, cats can have a few unhealthy treats, but they're not supposed to have junk food like that. That is processed food, and it is very irritable to their bowels. It can cause bleeding in the bowels just because of it being irritated in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Hi, Samoans.
Hey, Samoans, welcome. But I think we might be wrapping it up right
All
about
right, guys.
then.
Well, I'll check out, guys. Thank you for having me,
No
Monty, and thanks,
problem. Bye,
ladies. It was
Sandy.
fun talking to you guys.
Same, Sandy.
Yeah,
All
for
right, I'll
sure.
see you guys later.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
guys.
All right, so we're gonna, I guess, wrap it up. There's a lot of still unanswered questions, but everything will play out in time. I don't think Roman has been as active as he was before. I guess he got caught, and then he's kind of laying low for a while. So we'll see what happens with that. Thank you, Cauliflower, for being here.
Mhm.
Thank you, Kiki. I guess.
To the best
Yes.
looking man on YouTube. See you later.
Oh, thank you, Collie. But for sure, I guess we'll wait and see if she's gonna come back on. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. She never wants a schedule. She just wants to pop on anytime she wants. Because that's just how she is. But
Dependent on her other, which I think will probably be on soon around this
Mhm.
time normally, right?
Yeah, exactly. He'll start popping up soon. So we'll see what kind of shit show we have in the next hour or two or three. But thank you everybody for being here once
Thank
again. Smash the like button, and the next time we do this, we'll maybe put the link in the chat so you can come up and talk. Because it's always fun to have new people. Thank you, Kali. Thank you,
Thank you,
Kiki,
Monty.
Andy. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Have a good one.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.